2:30 after the hour, and Master Sergeant Donnie Landers of Sylacauga Police Department joined us. And first thing this morning, you eat French fries?
Not a lot.
Huh?
Not a lot. I told you I tried to watch my figure.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to ask you which restaurant you like their French fries, but I'll tell you mine. I like McDonald's French fries now. I'm kind of a McDonald's guy. But anyway, we welcome Master Sergeant Donnie Landers, Sylacauga Police Department, our guest this morning. You started law enforcement back before the turn of the century or something, didn't you?
Yes, sir, pretty much. It is still beating rocks.
So when did you start?
I started in 1977. I went to the academy in 1977. Went to work with the Sheriff's Department. They sent me in 77. That was a 7-week course then when I went.
How's things changed since you first started?
Well, it's changed a lot. One thing's changed is everything now is computerized, and
Yeah.
I'm computer illiterate. And so
Me and you'll get along real well then.
it changed, you know, just the difference in the people of the day. We didn't have a whole lot of shootings back then, and you had fights, but didn't have any shooting. Nowadays, everything's about guns. It's not no fist fights anymore. It's just all about guns. So it's changed a good bit.
Why did you choose law enforcement?
Well, my brother got in it before I did. My brother was in it, and I worked at Avondale Mills, and I was
Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Ronnie got in it before I did, and you know, you sit around here tell tales that things that goes on. Well, I was on the back of Avondale Mills. I worked at the winding room, and I was sitting down there, and they came down, ambulances and the patrol cars and all this kind of stuff there. So I made up my mind then. I said, hey, this is what I want to do. So I left, and Sam Tout, I know you remember Sam Tout.
Yep.
Sam Tout was a sergeant then, and they all talked to me. And so I went and I had to go get a haircut, and I had to go get my beard cut. And I went up and saw the sheriff then, and they hired me that day. Griffin Holcomb, he hired me then. And of course, back then it was a little bit different. And like he handed you a set of keys, said you got everything from Winterboro down south. And so that's basically the way it was. And I was a young kid, but I had a lot of help from them, and I just grew to love it. And that's what it's been to me. That's all I've done.
You've worked for a lot of police chiefs while you've been here in Sylacauga.
I had several of them. Bill Hayes, the one that hired me when Bill was here. I worked with Bill, Lewis, and Kelly. Worked through 2 sheriffs, I think. And then I worked for a while. I worked at Chillsburg while we was out there. That's how I stayed certified, through Chillsburg. And I worked with Chief Flowers up there.
Mm-hmm.
Great man, good guy. And you know, all of them's taught me a lot. But my biggest thing from the years up is, I guess my biggest impact on me was Robert Rumsey. When I started as a kid, he was the DA and all that, and he showed me a lot, and he kind of took me under his wing, and I learned a lot from him. And so it just got better and better and better.
You've been here many, many years, and personal relationships. You've been able to build personal relationships with a lot of people, and that's had to be helpful too.
That's been the favorite part of the job for me. It has. I've got to know a lot of people, and they know me. If I got any kind of legacy or anything like that right there, that's going to be it, because I love here. I love Sylacauga. I couldn't imagine working anywhere else. I love the people here. People have been good to me here. And so I've enjoyed all my time here, and I just hope it gets better. You know, you want to leave things better than you came, and I think we're doing a good job right now with recruiting, and we've got a good bunch of folks come in now, young folks, that I like, and they're going to fit in, and I think Sylacauga's going to be proud of them. Do
you try to, with younger officers, you try to mentor them some?
Yes, sir. I love it. When they come in, I've kind of took a few of them under my wing, but I'm kind of the hardcore guy, so I'm not. I'm used to the old style, and not more so of the young, that, you know, they gonna do what they want to do, and they don't want to listen to what you got to say.
Yeah.
But these bunch coming in that just came in, they're not that way. And they do listen, they want to learn, and just like I told them, hey, that's the best thing. Get out here and know people, because that person you arrested today can help you tomorrow. And so I think they'll grow to it.
Now, your daddy, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
he was well known here in Sylacauga. He had that shop down there, appliance repair shop, for 100 years or so. He passed away a few months ago. I know he was special to you.
Yes, sir. That's where I got my work ethic from, I guess, because my dad, everybody knew him, and I mean, he'd go out. He was an appliance man, air conditioning, refrigeration stuff. But when he went to people's houses, he collected antiques. So when he went to people's houses, we may stay over all day long and work. But if he saw something, they'd say, "How much I owe you?" But if he saw something in the house, if he saw an antique or something, he said, "Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll trade you." He won't owe me nothing. He said, "How about trade me that right there?" And then we'll be good. So everybody knew him, let him in his house, and he done a lot of work for nothing. But yes, I was proud of him. Dad was an exceptional man. I'm just glad got to know people like he did.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Master Sergeant Donnie Landers of Sylacauga Police Department, our guest this morning for a few more minutes. And you've been here many, many years. You ever think about retiring?
Yes, sir. I think about it every day. But when I
Do you think about it more now than you did 10 years ago?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even thought about it before. This job's been fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
I hope these young can have just half as much fun as I've had coming up.
Isn't that a key to success?
It's true. If you hate where you work, you're not going to do any good. But I love where I work, and it's gotten to the point to where now my mind, it's like I tell a lot of people, if you see me running, I ain't running after nobody. If I'm running, they chasing me. I'm not chasing them. Because most of them I know, and I'll find you later, but I ain't running. And it's got to the point to where my mind says one thing, my body says another.
Mm-hmm.
It's got where it's hard to get in and out of the car. And this thing right here is not light. People think that's 23 pounds I'm toting. And I wish I'd have found these suspenders several years ago. It probably helped my hips some. But I think this time next year, I won't be here. I think I'm gonna call it quits. And I really hate it because I really hate the people. Because a lot of people say, when you retire from here, people don't talk to you anymore. I hope that that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the people I see thinks the same of me as I retired as they do now. So that's my only thing. It's not the money part, not anything like that. I just miss the people, and I'm gonna miss doing it. But I'll probably talk myself out of it. But I'm hopefully that this time next year I'll be retired.
Now, you kind of mentored my son Matt.
Loved him to death. Wasn't no better. He's the one that kept me going at nighttime. There wasn't a time to come in that he didn't have some kind of joke, some kind of something to tell me. But he always told me he loved me every day. The man come in, and that's what he said when we came in. That's what he said when he left. And just no better person to me. He's just a great guy. Hated he left, but he's still here. So, but he made a career choice, and it was good for him.
Yeah. Speaking of career choices, we do this recruiting, bringing new officers in, men and women. How would you sell the Sylacauga Police Department, the city of Sylacauga, to prospective police officers?
Well, it's like I tell you about anything. If you look at to get rich coming in doing this kind of job, it's not going to happen. It's just you got to come in because you love to work. And that's what I tell most of them. We don't have this, we don't have that. But as far as the people here, you'll find that the people here is probably better than you'll find anywhere else. Not saying they're not, but these people around here, they're going to treat you right. And I think it's a great place to work. So most of them I've told, that's what I tell. And just it's what you make it. Because when you get in that car, that's your job. That's your office. So it's what you want to do with it, not what they tell you got to do with it. It's what you want to do with it. So, that's pretty much what I tell them.
I have heard this many, many times by different officers and police chiefs and stuff like that about when we leave our house that day going to work. We may not be able to return. There's a lot of things can happen, and there's a lot of violence in this land, even in small cities like Sylacauga.
Yes, there is, and I think about that more so now. But when my daughter sends me a scripture every morning. Every morning, she sends me a thing on the thing that she of some kind of scripture every day, and that gets you going. But you think about it. I think about it far more so now than I did before, because you're just running wild then. But the older you get, the more you think about it. And I have the past few years, especially as much as we've had going on here. But then again, we don't have the crime here.
Right.
I think a lot of it gets blown out of proportion. You know, we don't have the crime here that say Birmingham does or other big cities do. We don't have it here, and I think that's a learning place for anybody who wants to come in law enforcement. Come into a place like Sylacauga. Come in here. Learn how to do the job. Learn how to talk to people. You know, this kind of stuff. And then if you want to move on, move on. But you know, you're carrying some stuff with you.
People want to be appreciated. People want to be one that, you know, police take time with.
Yeah.
And that's important to you.
Yes, sir, it is. Sure is. I got time. We've had days you have people come in, I've seen on TV and all the time. When you arrest somebody out here and they drunk and they don't have a place to stay and they come in, they cuss you, all this kind of stuff, you know, they know they're that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to remind them. So if you can sit down long enough, take time to talk with them and stuff like that, they'll remember you. They'll remember you down the road. They'll say, that's the one right there that helped me. So, you know, you don't have to.
That kind of make you feel good, doesn't it?
It sure does. It does to me. Because I've learned a lesson. We got a lot of people on the streets now. And we got a lot of people that, you know, come up and ask for money and stuff like this right here. But I'll buy you any hamburger you want. I'll buy you anything, but I'm not going to hand you no money. Mm-hmm. You know, so I've had people say, well, you know, why'd you do it that way? Well, I'll carry him downtown. I'll buy him anything he wants, but I'm not going to hand him any money. Mm-hmm. I'm not because I know what he's going to do with it. So you didn't really help him. So it's just
a lot of seemingly increasing numbers of mentally challenged people that are on the streets of Sylacauga.
We've got more now than we've ever had that we see that most people don't see, but we deal with them. Night shift deals with them a good bit, but we see more out here in the daytime and just don't have the place for them.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't you.
That's sad.
It's bad because we got them living under bridges. You know, we got them living in the ditches out there on 4-lane. You know, you probably go up under any railroad track or whatever, you're gonna find somebody there. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them you try to help. You buy them a motel room. You get them anything they want. They gonna steal. That's where they want to live.
Yep.
It don't matter what you give them. That's where they want to live.
Wow.
So.
Master Sergeant Donnie Landers, our guest this morning on Daybreak. Before we go this morning, what's your story? I mean, you've been in law enforcement a lot of years, and you've been able to touch a lot of people's lives. How do you want to be remembered when you walk away from it?
Well, I don't want to be remembered for how many tickets I wrote, mm-hmm. how many people I arrested, how much dope I got. I want to be remembered for who I was, that I took the time to talk to you, and that's where I want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered for stats.
Yeah.
We
appreciate you coming by this morning.
Yes, sir.
And I've known Donnie a long time, and know his brother Ronnie, and great family. And we appreciate your service to the city of Sylacauga, and hope you continue on for a while. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.